This is Anita Edge interviewing Byron Walker. This video is part 4 of 4. Byron covers how he came up to speed in internet marketing and what the major factors were in his success. Tell me, are there any books you would recommend for learning this sort of approach?
As far as books go, one of my favorite books, and I've probably read it like 5 different times, is Ready, Fire, Aim.
Mm-hmm.
It's Michael Masterson. That book is phenomenal. And a lot of what I've spoken about so far today is in that book. It talks about don't make things perfect, just get them out the door. It talks about conversions. It talks about, one thing that they really hit on a lot, and this is very important, don't worry about the front-end profit. Okay? In fact, even when you're starting a new business, don't worry about the profit up front. That's why I started as an affiliate. We can run, as an affiliate, we may run someone else's offer, and we may be losing money. We may be like 10% negative ROI. That doesn't matter. We don't care about that because we're testing it. We know when we bring it in-house, we'll have so many upsells in place. We know our sales page will convert better, and we know that we'll be getting all of the commission, not just affiliate commission, and we can re-engineer it and say that, this will be profitable. So don't worry about the profit up front. Worry about getting it done and out the door. And another thing that they talk a lot about is break even on the front-end sale. Okay, so if you're selling a $50 product, ebook, let's say, there's no overhead, you can spend up to $50 to create that sale. Okay? And then once they buy your product, they're on your email list, they will continue to buy other products from you. That's where the money's at. The money's in the list, and that's where you'll make a lot of money, and it's ongoing. It can be residual to some degree because you keep sending emails. And you may be asking, well, we only have one product, so what in the heck would we promote to them? You promote your competition's products to them. Trade other products too, and we do. So when they're on our list, of course, the first products that they're shown are our own products, and we try to sell those first. But then we market all of our, well, not all, but all the competitors' products that we like and we think are quality, we'll promote those to the back-end list. And, we always heard the money's in the list. Well, yes, it absolutely is, because that's where we're seeing just huge, huge profit numbers. So Ready, Fire, Aim's good. And then I would just say pretty much anything by Ryan Deiss. Without Ryan Deiss's, guides and the courses and videos, I just don't think we would have, maybe we wouldn't have even gotten off the ground, but certainly it would have taken 10 times longer. Mm-hmm. Okay? I mean, just think about a $50 or $100 course you buy from Ryan Deiss or some other guru. You've basically just bought his last 6 months of his learning experience all bottled into one course. It costs you $50. You would be crazy not to go and buy that course and use everything in it. Okay? Because you can figure it out on your own if you're really smart. I don't consider myself really smart, so I don't want to figure anything out on my own. I want to learn from those who have come before me and have mastered it, and I'll buy their $50 ebook on how to do it, and instead of spending 6 or 12 months learning it like they did, I got it in one afternoon. So Ryan Deiss had one product, or I'm sure he still does, 37 split test, I think it's called, something like that. And that really helped me when I was designing my first sales page.
Yeah. Well, speaking about internet training, we seem to see internet marketing gurus coming out of the woodwork. So many people make money online and then come out with their own training products. Mm-hmm. I think some people are coming out with training products without even making money online first. So, do you have any plans to come out with any internet marketing training products?
No, I really don't. Believe me, we've been tempted many times. We've been offered and asked and pleaded, and we're just not. And here's kind of the bottom line. I know I can spend my time launching another product in my current niche. Okay, I know I'll make a lot more doing that than going into a new niche that's unknown for me and trying to launch a product there. Because the new niche would be the I am internet marketing guru niche. Okay, I have no idea if I would be good in that. I have no idea if it would be successful. And I have almost a guarantee on the other side if I go into the current niche I'm in and launch a second product or a third product or whatever. So bottom line is I think it would cost me too much money or a loss of profit if I did that. I'd be taking my eye off the ball.
Okay.
So to me, it seems like I would spend time and energy on something that didn't have a guaranteed return for me. And the IM space, I don't know. I went to a mastermind retreat up in Breckenridge last year, and there were some pretty big names up there, and these guys most of them were in the IM space, so Internet Marketing Guru space. And one common theme the whole weekend were they just were tired of it, just put a bad taste in their mouth. It's so spammy and so competitive, and so after that, it was kind of sealed the deal, like, no, I don't want to make my own course. So, but I can make more money by launching a product in my existing niche than by going down the path of an Internet Marketing Guru. Mm-hmm. So that's the way we do it.
Practical. Makes a lot of sense. It seems, of course, I've been following internet marketing for 4 years or so now, and I think for most people, particularly outsiders, beginners, it looks complicated and overwhelming. And I think you've done a really good job of crystallizing the important points and making it seem a lot simpler. Do you have any advice for somebody just getting into internet marketing now for the first time?
One thing, a couple ideas. One is, unless you're already technical, don't focus on the technical side. You can pay someone on Elance to do something for you for $50. That would probably take you, a week to learn. So what's more valuable? Your week of learning this skill or paying $50 on Elance? Now, granted, on Elance, you're going to have to pay another $50 next time it needs to be done too, but don't focus on the technical side. It's pretty rare when someone is super technical and successful in this niche. Okay, it can be done, but it's not the norm. So don't try to figure out how to create your own website or your blog or whatever. You can to some degree, but just don't think that's the answer. The answer is not on the technical side. The answer is not in creating the best PDF guide on a particular product. The answer and success comes from the best marketing and sales, okay, which is traffic and conversions. So that's certainly one. And the technical side will bog you down, it'll drive you nuts. It's not fun unless you're a technical type person, but I am not. I've never built a website. I don't have a clue how to set up a blog or any of that. Yet we're doing very well because we delegate that out to other people. So that would be one. Another one, again, I'm coming back to it, study the competition. Don't go into a niche unless you see success already there. Here's a great example. When I was looking it's on my second or third product, I was looking for the fourth or whatever, so I was looking for a new niche, and I was thinking about launching a tinnitus product. I'm assuming I'm saying it right. It's ringing in the ears, so it's kind of a health product. And I did all this study on it. I found writers. I did all this work. This is not the right way of doing it, but I did all this work, and then one of the final steps was I was advertising the competition, trying to learn them. I was an affiliate for them. But then one day I looked at the traffic volume for the top 3 tinnitus products that were out there. And they were getting like no traffic. I was amazed. They had almost no traffic. And so right there I was like, well, I'm not going to go into that niche. There's no traffic there. And I'm not going to be the cool guy who comes in and revolutionizes the whole thing. I don't want that. There's no trophy at the end of the race. So I ditched that thought. And that was kind of a shift in my thinking that helped me up till today, which is look and analyze the competition. Are they making a lot of money? Are they getting a lot of traffic? If they're not, go the other way. If they are, then find out how are they getting that traffic. And with the internet, everything's open. So you can find out, how are they getting that traffic? Where is it coming from? Can you duplicate it? So in any new niche I go into, as a publisher, for an example, we'll take the top 3 or 4 companies or websites out there, and we'll take all the best ideas from those 3 or 4 as far as their traffic sources. We'll take the best 3 or 4 ideas from their sales pages. We'll take the best 3 or 4 ideas from their back-end content guides, and we'll make the best product out there, because not every product is perfect. They may be doing a lot of things wrong, but they're doing a couple things right. We'll take those couple things and take the other couple things from another company, and now you've just created the best product by taking the best ideas from everyone. And again, don't get me wrong, it's not copying, it's not duplicating anything, it's taking the idea and making it better. We never rip off another website, ever. Okay? But the idea is there, and we'll take that.
Okay.
And let's see, I had a couple of things, things we've already talked about. Don't wait for everything to be perfect. Apple, Microsoft, they're notorious for launching products that have bugs in them. Okay? I hate that, but my opinion is they're launching products without waiting for them to be perfect. They will never be perfect. The only way they'll be perfect is after they launch it, they get customer feedback, and then they correct those problems. Same thing for you. Okay? Don't look to be perfect. Just look to get the product launched. And then if the sales are going well, and that's where all your focus should be, the sales and marketing, conversions and marketing and traffic. If that's doing well, then go back and make the other things that weren't so perfect when you launched, make them better. Okay? And start small, start easy, and don't look for profit up front. Just try to get it working, and then you'll start tweaking the profit, and then you'll get more profit as you start split testing more and get a better converting sales page, and you start putting in upsells. We have a lot of upsells. We have a lot of back-end stuff. We're very sophisticated now. But when you're first launching, don't worry about all that. Just get the product out the door and see how it does. And once you get sales up, then you can put more attention into that particular product.
Okay, makes sense. So, for somebody looking at just getting into internet marketing for the first time, you started about 3 years ago. What do you think the climate is now? How hard is it to start now and be successful versus 3 or 4 years ago?
I do think it's harder. And it's all boils down to Google.
Right.
As an affiliate, when I started, and again, there was back in the day, in the heyday, I wasn't even there. We heard all these stories of people just making millions of dollars on Google because they'd throw up any ad and people would come to the page and buy. I wasn't a part of that, but I was a part of the ability to go to Google and advertise on Google. And it's really hard to advertise on Google. If you can get that to work, if you can advertise on Google, then I think nothing has changed as far as the climate and how difficult it is. But if you keep getting slapped on Google, that's where most of the traffic comes from. Okay, so it is harder now because you don't have access to all of Google's traffic. But it's definitely still possible. And what you do have is you have Bing or Yahoo, that MSN basically. Pay-per-click. You can go there and start small and start building it up, start split testing your page, and then once you get some traction, then you can start doing some media buys, which is going to the website owners and placing some banner ads. And you can start there small too. I mean, you can pay $50 or $100 and get your banner ran on their website for a few weeks or a month. That's perfect. Now, some of the bigger websites like now, most of the media buys we do, it's $10,000 or $15,000 just to get the banner on their site. But you don't need to worry about that when you're getting started. You build your way up to that point eventually.
Okay, so that sounds good. Byron, you've made this seem very clear. I think the priorities and the tactics you're using are crystal clear. They sound easy to follow. I'm sure it's much easier said than done. But,
sure.
yeah, exactly.
Just come back to those 3 things. The whole business revolves around choosing and creating the right product, getting your sales page to convert really well, and start sending a lot of traffic. Actually, there's one other thing I would suggest, and this probably goes against kind of what you may suggest, but I'm not a big fan of SEO. Not a big fan of organic traffic, which is quote unquote free. And I think it's right for the right people, but let's just put it this way: if you're okay with kind of a slow start off and just working a lot harder, although it's free or cheap, but you have to put a lot more time and attention into it. Maybe SEO or organic traffic is the best for someone. Personally, I can't stand it because I'd much rather spend the money and paid advertising and get a lot more traffic to my website. That means I can optimize and split test and get conversions up faster, which again means I can pay more for traffic. I can go through that cycle much, much faster with paid advertising. With SEO, it's hard to optimize your sales page and split test when you're only getting 10 visitors a day. So just know what type of person you are, your risk level that you're comfortable with, and the amount of time and energy you're willing to put into it. SEO or organic sometimes sounds really great because it's free. It's not right for everybody. Okay, and maybe paid advertising isn't right for everyone too, but you have to kind of determine what kind of person or company you want to have. Personally, I love paid advertising because I have immediate results. Mm-hmm. And you can monitor your risk level and how much money you're spending. So it's not like you're always at risk. You can control how much money you're spending. So you always know how much you're at risk. So anyways, I just thought I'd mention that. I'm not a big fan of organic. I like to see a business take off much faster than that.
Right. Well, it also brings up, I think, that to me it seems that many entrepreneurs don't really place a dollar value on their time. That it really costs to have something take a long time.
Yeah, and either way, I think organic, even if you did everything perfect and you spent a lot of time on it, I've just never seen a lot of traffic from it. Mm-hmm. So unless you're number one or two in a big niche, you're just not going to get a lot of traffic.
Right.
So.
Okay. Well, Byron, thank you. I think this has been very enlightening, and I have seen you progress over the years where you've got a system wired, and you're working it. So, personally,
yeah, having a lot of fun. This is a great business. I still work from home. I'm still in pajamas now. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. But it's the internet marketing lifestyle. And besides the fact that the money is very, very good, it's the lifestyle. I just love it. I'm able to travel and do what I want. And I have a lot of freedoms that I really enjoy. So this is a great business if you can crack the code and get into it.
Yeah. And if I remember correctly, you run it like a job where you have your set times, you have your time for your family and personal life, right? Yeah.
I mean, I probably work harder than most people, especially when we're launching something. I'm putting in 50, 60 hours a week, which I enjoy it though, but yeah, I work hard. But there's also times when this business, I mean, I can totally shut it. I can not work for a week and I'll still make almost the same amount of money as I would if I was working. Doesn't mean we would launch a product or anything big, but I'll still make the same money. It's powerful to wake up in the morning, come to your computer, log in, and see you've already made a couple $1,000s while you're sleeping. I love that. That's cool.
Well, thank you, Byron. As usual, you've been an inspiration, and every time I talk with you, I must say I always learn something new.
Great. Well, thanks for having me, Anita, and I've enjoyed it too.
And good luck on your new launch that's happening today. Could you tell us what the product is?
Yeah, it's in the survivalist niche. It's survivewatercrisis.com.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a takeoff on their previous product, which is actually, by the way, we've been told that it's the highest converting offer on the internet right now. I don't know how much is that true, but it converts like crazy. And that product is sold out after crisis.com. And what that is it's the first 37 things that sell out in a grocery store after a crisis or a disaster. Mm-hmm. So Survivalist Niche has done very well for us.
Okay. Well, best of luck with your new launch, and thank you so much for sharing your tactics and all that you've learned with us.
All right. Thanks, Anita.
All right. Have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.